Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I want to show you guys how I plan for the week in terms of my meals and my grocery shopping. So I'm actually planning now, but then I thought why not just record this so that I show you guys the steps that I follow in terms of writing my grocery list, and just to help me get organized so that I don't find myself overspending or buying things that I don't need during the week. So let me show you guys. So when I start my meal planning or writing my grocery list, I always start at the fridge. So I check what I have and see if I still need to maybe utilize that for my cooking for the week before I go, or it can overlap to the next week. So these are the things that I check. As you can see, this side I'm left with the flora spread. This is just for sandwiches. Sometimes I buy and then I come and keep in the fridge. And then in terms of cheese, I'm only left with a block of cheese there, and then I have one tortilla left, which I think we need to utilize at some point because I don't like throwing food away. And then up here I have double cream, not a lot left, which I'm thinking I'm going to utilize to make scrambled eggs for myself. And then I have 3 yogurts left for the kids. They didn't eat this as much when I bought them the other week for my grocery haul. And then I'm left with 1 liter of milk, which I know it might be gone by weekend before I go and do my grocery shopping, so I always include milk. And then at the bottom here I'm left with 2 packets of kale. I know this will be gone by weekend, so I don't really need to worry about that. And I'm left with 3 carrots. I know this will be finished because I cook most of my meals from scratch, so this will be gone. And if I need some if for cooking, I'll buy. And then in the drawer I have 1 head of broccoli, which I'm going to utilize. It will be gone by weekend or before I go and do my grocery shop. And then I'm left with 3 tomatoes. They will also be gone because I'm gonna cook for Friday and also Saturday, so this will be gone. And these are just lemons. So all in all, this is what I have in the fridge. So I know what I'm gonna work with when it comes to my grocery shopping, and I know what I have to buy kind of, and what I don't need to buy because I've looked at my fridge. And then this side, this is where I have mayonnaise. So I have Dijon mustard. This has been sitting for a while, but I've been using bit by bit. And I have mayonnaise, which is almost gone. We just need to utilize that. And then I have chutney and cocktail cherries, which I was using for my baking. And then this side I have flaxseed seeds. I use this on porridge most of the time. I just throw it on oats, or if you are having porridge maize meal, for maize cooked with maize meal, I just include that. And it's half of the milk that's left. So all in all, this is what I have, because usually on my weekly grocery shop I work with perishable goods, so I know I always have to kind of look at what's in the fridge before I go and write anything. So this side I'm gonna show you guys. This is my cupboard where I put all my soap, Colgates, and also clothes tabs for pods for washing our clothes, and also for dishwashing. So whenever some are in the utility room, but I'm not left with a lot, so this kind of helps me see what I'm working with. Do I need to stock up? But I don't buy these things every week because I only buy these things on a quarterly basis. So I buy it in bulk, just like the fairy liquid for washing dishes. I usually get this in a pack of 12 or 15 in a box, and then I come and put it here. Whenever I want to use, I'll just take from the cupboard. And then once it starts going down, I need to think or start planning on when I'm gonna buy my things. Usually I do this on a quarterly basis. Sometimes I might not need to buy pods for washing clothes, or I might not need to buy the fairy dishwashing tabs. Sometimes, as you can see here, these are Colgates, and sometimes I don't really need to buy this because I know that this is there maybe for another 2 months for us to use, or actually 3 months depending on the usage. And then this side I'm left with 2 of the shower cream, which I know now that when I start thinking about doing my quarterly buy, that needs to be included, and probably the fairy liquid, but this is worth 2 months of usage for me, or almost 3 months. It's a lot. So the main thing is not to waste just because you think you have. So that's what I have. Let me show you down here. So in here I have more of the pods for washing our clothes. So I buy these things in bulk and I put in here, and in here I know that I still have fairy pods for washing dishes, so I don't need to be thinking about this for a while. Even the bin bags, so I don't need to buy this every week. So I know I'm left with one now, so I need to include it when I do my monthly or my quarterly buy when it comes to the rubbish bags. So in here, this is where I put all my spices and also some of the tins that I buy, or when you see me buying, I just come and put it in here. So I always check to see, okay, do I need something? But at the moment, the plan is for me to start buying more of the cans for butter beans, kidney beans, maybe tuna, and also baked beans, just for us to have more, so that I don't have to think about it for the next couple of weeks. Maybe grab 2 or 3 every week, even though I'm not gonna use. And I still have red lentils, and at the back there I have soup packets, dried powdered ones that I got from home. And in here it's mainly spices. It's a bit dark at the moment, but yeah, it's mainly spices that I use, that I got from South Africa. So all in all, this is what I have. So I've been writing my list of the things that I think I'm going to need. So already I've been planning my dinner and also kind of lunch, because this week I want to focus more on, because I'm busy for the next week in terms of my work. I'm thinking I need to cook things that will allow us to also have for lunch and also cater for the kids. Even if I have to make 1 or 2 sandwiches for their lunch, I think that will be fine. But mostly I want my meal plan to kind of cater lunch also, so that I don't have to spend too much time thinking about what we are gonna cook or eat. So for that day, whatever I cook has to be lunch for the next day. So that's my plan for this week, and I'm kind of writing the list as I go along for the things that I know we are gonna need for breakfast. For example, I know we are gonna need oats. I'm out completely, and eggs. And they were saying they needed Cocoa Pops, so I'm thinking I need to grab Cocoa Pops for them. And milk, I always buy apples, cucumber, bell peppers, and oranges, bananas, green beans. And then for dessert, I'm thinking I'm going to make pumpkin muffins. We have pumpkins here. This was from our allotment, so it looked like it was going a little bit bad, so I need to cut it and freeze it. So I'm thinking I'll cut that, use some to make muffins. We're using pumpkin puree. And then in terms of fruits, this is what I'm left with. Today is Thursday, so I know what I'm working with for next week. And surprisingly, if you have noticed, I bought this on my last grocery haul. So my meals for next week has to include potatoes, because I don't want to throw this away at all. So that's the plan for next week in terms of utilizing that. And I'm also out of rice. So this is the rice that I normally buy. It's extra long basmati rice. So this is what I usually buy, and it's I think it's a 10 kg. Yeah, it's 10 kg. So I normally buy this, and it lasts us for about 4 months. So this is out. I need to place my order so that I have this delivered. I know in my meal plan I'm gonna have rice, so if I don't have this by beginning of the week, Monday next week, it means I actually might have to buy a small packet of rice before I get my rice delivered. So this is the rice that we eat. It's very, very nice, and since I tasted it, I haven't tried any other rice, because this is really, really good. So all in all, this is how I plan for the week in terms of my meals. These are the things that I look at to make sure that I'm buying the things that I really need for the week. Because at some point, I think I used to pride myself in having a full fridge, thinking that we are gonna eat all those stuff, but in reality we never finish the things that we're buying, and we'll end up kind of throwing the things. And I would do my weekly shopping again without a plan, and I would double buy some of the stuff, and it ended up being a lot, and then it meant that things were going to the bin unnecessarily. So these days, if the fridge is empty and I haven't thrown anything away, I'm happy, because I know that we are eating everything that we have bought, and it's all good. Another thing that I do, I always have beef in my freezer and mince that I buy at the local butchery. Sometimes I do buy my mince at M&S, but I prefer the mince from the butcher because it tastes really good. So all in all, that's all I wanted to show you guys on how I plan for my meals or do my grocery list when I'm thinking about what we are gonna have for the next week. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.